Pop! Well, due to Angtsy Ferrets being away, I thought we'd take a little break from the adventure game. And as such, it's just me, so don't expect hilarious banter. Here's some plot. This is the 1991 NES game. At least I think it's the 1991 version. There's actually 3 NES games and they're all essentially platformers. The interesting thing about this game is that, actually I can't remember how many levels there are, but you can pretty much do them in a lot of different orders. You unlock them every time you get a telegram, and you get a telegram after doing each level. Apart from getting the cross, which disappears after the second telegram, I think. I mean, you get one chance after the second telegram to do it, but then afterwards you don't. I'm starting off here by going to Venice. This is just a quick look, so it's not going to be a 100% run at all. You see, one of the cool things about this is that you can do the levels in a lot of different orders, but the longer you leave it, the harder it gets. So here I'm doing the Venice level with the slide puzzle straight away, because I'm really bad at slide puzzles, and the next step up is a lot harder. You can see how quickly I managed to do it there, because it's super easy if you do it first. And you need that sketch for identifying the Grail later on. You see, now we can go to Brunwald Castle, and we can also go to just save Marcus as well. And Brunwald Castle is a horrible level. It's a sort of a labyrinth type one. So here I'm going to try and get the Cross of Coronado from the ship. And this is like a platformer type one. What's pretty cool is that each level has a very different style of gameplay, even though there's a lot of sort of platforming elements. It's actually more of a kind of brawler, even though I lied earlier and I said that they were all platformers. It's kind of platformy, except there isn't much jumping. I actually really love the soundtrack to this game. It has some pretty cool jingles in it. You see, the strategy I'm trying to employ here is the jump kick, which if you manage to pull it off successfully, you can pretty much one-hit KO an enemy. I'd also like to point out that if you look closely, when Indy does a standing kick, his legs look really funny. I'm not sure if there's any real strategy to fighting these guys. It seems pretty much that you just punch and kick. Sometimes I feel that alternating between punching and kicking is better than just kicking a lot, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like ducking helps, but I really don't know. You see, if you do this level first, you only have to kill 12 or so guards before they will drop the cross. But if you leave it for second, it's like 28 or 30. I wasn't paying attention at the beginning of this level. I really like the way the camera shakes around because it's on a ship. I think that's a pretty neat feature, especially for a 1991 NES game. This is a really well-made game, even if it's a little short in places. Yeah, I died. I can't do that level when it's not on level 1. It's just a quick look, so I'm not going to be 100%ing, but I will show off every level. So I got game over and I have to start again, so I'm just really quickly... I sped that up too. Yeah, I'm not that good at it. So let's look for Marcus. Oh, it's that bit from the film where you're on the tank. I actually really like this level, because you can pretty much just run and jump kick every single guard, unless you miss. Because on the ship, there are some guards that you may have seen, they can duck just before you jump kick them. But these Nazis don't seem to know how to crouch. Even when you do mess up the jump kick, you can just kind of run a little bit to the left and then turn around kick them in the face. The sailors are much harder than these guys. Oh, that's the main guy you've got to get, but he just jumps off. I wonder why. Oh. Now we've got another telegram. We can now go to get the Grail. And Salah tells us that you really should have the Grail Diary, otherwise, what are you doing? And it is possible to lose the Grail Diary. If you lose on certain levels, you don't get game over, but they instead take the Grail Diary from you, and you have to go get it back from Berlin. I don't know if it's possible to 100% complete the game without ever losing it once. Because at the end of Brunwell Castle they might take it from you anyway, but I don't know. That was a really quick map. And it also tells you, basically shows you how to spell Jehovah and get across. If you stand on a tile for too long, regardless of whether it's part of the word Jehovah, it falls out from underneath you. And if you leave it too long, the torch goes out, and then you're pretty much dead. In the film, obviously, it was just spelling Jehovah once, and I think there was also something about it being spelt differently than usual, but it's just spelled Jehovah as usual here. Oh, you can see it just got a little bit darker there. And then there are these symbols on the tiles here, and this is where you have to jump from the one it tells you in the Grail Diary, or else you die. I think that's kind of the invisible bridge part section of the trials. And then you have to pick out the correct Grail from the sketch, which is really hard to really tell exactly what you should be looking for. So I may or may not have save stated at this point. The first time I did it, I didn't save state, and then I had to replay for this entire game again. Even though it was very short, and I didn't even 100% choose for it. Yeah, that's not the right one. There are several to choose from, and they will have one small element change, like the rim might look a bit different, or the stand might be different. So I left it a while here to take a picture on my phone, and then I very carefully compared each one. The handles can be different, the stand can be different, and I think the rim can be different. I'm not sure if there are any other. Well, I picked the correct one, but I'm not worthy. Look how sad Indy looks. I didn't get the cross of Coronado, and I didn't rescue my dad, so tough luck, my friend. But here's the levels we were missing out on. We're gonna go to Brunwell Castle now. As I mentioned earlier, I quite like the soundtrack to this game, and it's this pretty cool remix of the Brunwell Castle theme in this level. So just look forward to that, even though I cut out a lot of it. Listen to that beat. So this is basically a huge maze, and there are doors and stuff, things like that. There's doors and stairs and Nazis, and the little bits where it's kind of coming out towards, out from the screen. That's like a door. I just think this is one of those retro gaming situations where you could really do with making a hand-drawn map. But wait! You don't die, they just take the Grail Diary, and then you have to go to Berlin to get it back. I think that's a pretty cool feature. Though some levels you do just die. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure you die. Yeah, you die on the ship, obviously. I'm not sure about the tank. You really should die, but I'm not sure if you do. So in the last level you haven't seen is getting the diary back. I'm not sure you have to do this one or not. So, you know, comment in the thread, I guess. That's a pretty badass segment there. Oh, it's top-down motorbike time. You can do a little jump. Maybe you can do a whip. This level is actually really hard. There's like hardly any reaction time from when you see stuff come at the top. They shoot you like right away. But also personally, I never really played any sort of top-down racing games like this, like Back to the Future or anything. I was never really big on that, so I haven't really played this game that much, as you can probably tell. I just thought it would be a cool little feature to add to the adventure game Let's Play. So just kind of have a look at what else was around at the time. I couldn't find anything really about the 1989 adventure game that was supposedly released at the same time as the action game that was supposedly released at the same time as the adventure game. So maybe I'll try and track that down. And apparently there was also another NES game by, I think, Ubisoft, like a year or two after this one as well. I don't know. But the 1989 platformer for like Sega Mega Drive and Master System and stuff is not very good. But this game is overall pretty fun. I'm actually really impressed with it. You can see I'm having a lot of trouble with these, and I died. But you get to try again. But I was too greedy and decided to go for the Grail anyway, during this playthrough. J. L? I hope that was an okay and interesting look at a video game. We'll be back hopefully next week with some actual stuff when Angtsy Ferrets is back from York. Bye.